Hi guys, my name is Tristine and I'm going to be doing these short videos on law of assumption. Basically, I want to help people come back to their true self, who they truly are, to their inner core. Everybody has a higher being, and I just want to be able to try to get people to get more in contact with that higher side of themselves and just again come back to their true essence, their true power. But today I'm going to be talking about basically if you are somebody who keeps attracting players, or if you keep attracting people who don't want to commit to you, why this is happening. So the thing is, if reality is a mirror, then that means you attract those at the level that you are being. So you're going to attract people at the level at which you are being. So if you are essentially being a player, or you're not being honest with the person that you're trying to make this relationship work with, they're going to mirror that back to you. And it's the same thing with commitment. If you're somebody who is not willing to commit yet, or you're waiting for something to happen, you're waiting for this sign, you're waiting for something to happen, for that commitment to come through, you're going to continue to wait, because reality is going to mirror that back to you. Everything is a mirror. So if you're waiting for this sign or this thing to show you that it's time to commit, you're going to be waiting for a while. The thing is, we have to step into our intention and our will, kind of willpower. So basically, you have to have the willpower to step into committing to somebody if you want to see that happen in your reality. That's the only way to get this mirrored back to you. So you have to show up 100% for this person. If you are not showing up 100% for this person, they're going to mirror that back to you. So if you're showing up 80%, they're going to mirror that back to you. And by showing up, I'm talking about, like, what are you doing to this person? What are the conversations you're having with this person? Are you giving them 100% trust? Are you trusting yourself 100% to be able to love again? Because that's essentially what it comes down to. We're hurt after relationships, from the relationships that we have gone through. We end up in this fear state. It's a fear factor that kicks in because we've been hurt from previous relationships over and over and over. So the next one we get into, we're afraid to give ourselves because of fear of the past. We're still dwelling on the past. We're still using our past as ammo towards us, as ammo towards creating the reality where we could actually have what we truly want. It's more so an excuse. So if you're still continuing to make these excuses for yourself about why you don't deserve love, reality is going to mirror that back to you. That's essentially how it happens. It's the same thing with players. If you're somebody, like, if you've ever had to ask this question of, why do I keep finding players? Why do I keep attracting players? Why do I keep running into players? Why do I keep running into people who won't commit to me? It's because you are being that person. You attract people at the level you are being. So if you're being somebody who cannot commit to another person, you're going to get that mirrored back to you. And a lot of the time, we're not very clear with what we want. So we don't know what to aim towards. We don't know the intention that we want to give this relationship. It's like taking a shot in the dark. You're shooting your shot in the dark because, for one, you don't know what you want from this relationship. There's one question that everybody asks, and it's the question of, what am I going to get out of this? What do I get out of this? But essentially, you have to be that which you want to get out of it, or you have to be that which you are seeking. So you have to be that person that you're trying to attract. You have to become that. So again, with the intent side of it, you have to be honest with yourself. What do you truly want? Most of the time when you ask people, they'll say, I want a healthy relationship, but what does that even look like? So think along the lines of what you feel is healthy for you. It could be more communication. It could be more affection. It could be more quality time spent together. It could be more support. It could just be a more stable relationship. That could be healthy to you. It depends on what you want as an individual. And in my past, I've been on both the receiving end of this, and I've been on both the giving end of this. And I have been that person who has played games with people, but I had to take accountability for the fact that I was being that person, and I had to forgive that self, that side of me, for what I did. But also, I was on the receiving end of it. So I received bad treatment also. And I had to forgive those people from my past for what had happened to me also. That's not to say that you continue a relationship with a toxic person. It's all to say that you release that attachment that you have to that person or the past. You release it and you allow yourself the ability to heal. You release it and you allow yourself to receive something better. You allow something better to come in. And it's basically just giving yourself that self-love again, the self-love that you lost in previous relationships, the self-love that went missing somewhere, that you gave up on. You gave up on yourself because you didn't you didn't feel you deserved it anymore. You started to believe that more than you actually believe that you do deserve love. And that's the thing, is when we come into this world as a child, as a baby, it is our birthright to deserve everything good. It is our birthright to give ourselves the best life and the best experience that we can have on this planet. It is our birthright to experience such an extravagant life. And somewhere along the way, again, we fall away from that. We forget that. And that is where I want to be able to help people. The reason why I'm on this journey of becoming a coach, and I get that life happens. We allow these things to hurt us, but it's also essential that we get back on track. So again, if you're trying to find somebody to commit to you, or you're trying to get out of this toxic pattern of finding players, you have to give that to yourself first. You have to show up for yourself first. You have to stop lying to yourself about what you think you actually deserve, because everybody deserves love at the highest level, at the highest point that we can actually think about, that we can actually fathom it. Everybody thinks about relationships differently. Everybody wants different things. So it just depends on what you want. And the way that I was able to kind of reverse this process was to just journal. I remember making a list of everything that I wanted in a person and everything that I didn't want. And along the way, I attracted that person to me. I found that person who just matched everything. But at the same time, I had to become that person. I had to become that patient, the kind, the humble. I had to tell myself I deserved it. I had to be that person first. I had to show up as that first before I actually saw it come into my reality. And it's not to say that everything is perfect. There's still going to be conflicts. There's still going to be issues that you have to work through. But use reality as a gauge. It's a mirror. It's constantly mirroring back to you what you are being. If you're giving 100% to this person, if you're showing up for this person 100%, they're going to mirror that back to you. If you're showing up for this person 80%, they're going to mirror that back to you. So stop asking the question of why can't I have true love, or why can't I find somebody, or why this, why that. It's because you are not showing up for yourself. You are lying to yourself. You're telling yourself, I can't have a good relationship because I've been hurt so many times. I can't trust anybody because people keep betraying me. That is not true. That is the ego telling you lies, lies and lies and lies and lies. So again, you have to get to know yourself, get to know what you want, get to know who you are, get to know what triggers you, get to know on a deeper level what you have to become in order to see that in your life. And we are all capable of doing that for ourselves. We all know what we want. We are so in tune with who we are. Everybody has that inner intuition, the inner being that tells us what we truly want from life. You just have to be honest with yourself. So again, don't expect to give 80% and then get 100, because there is no way that you can manipulate the laws of the universe. There is no way that you can manipulate this law of giving and receiving. There is no way to manipulate that. You have to be willing to give to get that back. So if you're not willing to give, it's probably best that you take some time to figure out who you are to your true core being. And that may look like just being single, spending some time with yourself, getting to know who you are, reconnecting with things that your passions and your hobbies and family and friends, reconnect with that part of you that just brings out so much joy and happiness, and then use that as fuel to propel you forward to what you truly want to see in that partnership or that relationship. These are ways that we can harness energy around us and within us to push us towards being a better person. And it's, again, just being grateful for what life gives you. Because when you get that partner, when it comes in, when you start showing up and you start to see reality mirror that back to you, you're going to get that partner. But the thing is, you have to be able to sustain it. And the way to sustain it is through gratitude. If you are not grateful for this person, or even just the universe sending you this person, you're going to fall back into old patterns of being ungrateful, taking things for granted, just not truly appreciating life and the people around you and the gift that we've been given, which is life. The experience that we get to have, it's such a blessing to go through this experience and to live through it. It's an incredible thing. And you have to find your true self again so that you can experience this reality. And why wouldn't you want to experience it with somebody? Again, there's nothing wrong with being single. If you're somebody who wants to stay single, be true to yourself with that too. If you want to show up for somebody part-time, you should probably be willing to give this courtesy to that person, and they might be on the same boat as you. They could, because we're going to attract, again, those people who are reflecting back our own story. So again, find a level of vulnerability, start to talk, start to communicate, start to speak, voice your concerns and your needs, and stop being afraid. These past relationships that have hurt us are no longer here, and you have to continue to remind yourself of that. They are no longer here. It's a thing of the past. Stop bringing it into the present moment, and just continue to remind yourself of what you deserve. Good things will show up, good things will happen, but you have to believe this. And again, just the techniques: journal, do some meditation, make a list of what you truly want to see that is healthy and beneficial to you and what you want to happen. Again, my name is Tristine. I'm a transformational coach. If you do want to work with me, I'm going to leave all my information in the bio. Just send me a direct message or email me. But yeah, you guys have a great day.